Hello, people, welcome back again. We're still in day 2, and now we're going to talk about content creation for your business. What is content? Content is any information that is valuable, relevant, and consistent, which you use to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. So, in online marketing, in internet marketing, in digital marketing, content is very vital. So you have to know that for a content to be called valuable or relevant, it needs to appeal to a particular audience that it was made for. So any content that is valuable, it has to be for a particular set of people that are interested in buying jerseys or shirts or dresses. The content that is relevant to them is different from people that are interested in buying food. So you have to know your audience and then know what content to be good to give them that information to make them to buy. So the surest way to know if your content will appeal to your audience is to know your audience very well, which is why we were in the previous lessons we were talking about your ideal customer and then building your customer avatar so that you'll be able to know who your audience is and then make content for them. And it will prevent you from doing a lot of trial and error. So I want to run through the purpose of content creation. Why do you need content? Number 1, you need it to grow your brand or business awareness. You need it to build trust with your customers. 3, you need it to create credibility for people to trust you. Number 4, it will promote your brand as an industry thought leader. It will promote people who know that you know what you are doing. Number 5, it promotes you as an expert in your field. Number 6, it makes people share and subscribe to your page because they know that your page is full of valuable and relevant information. 7, it gives you a crowd to market your business to for free because when people come to your page, come to your blog, come to your profile, they know they are bringing in their business, they are willing buyers, they are ready to buy from you. It drives potential customers to make inquiries. People will see your posts and are interested and begin to ask you how much, how can I buy, where I need more information, things like that. It gives you leads for your business. Leads are potential customers, people that are willing and have the ability to buy. It brings in more sales. Yes, your content gives you the ability to make more sales. And then finally, it produces brand advocates, that is fans, people that will promote your business for you, talk about what you do and bring in their friends to patronize your business. So next I want to talk about a content roadmap, how your content flows, how people are able to consume your content, the way your content moves and becomes relevant to the people. But first, we have the discovery stage where you are discovered on the people's feeds. People just scroll through Instagram or scroll through Facebook and then see your post and they begin to read it, consume it, or take notice of you. Secondly, you have engagement. This is when people now start to read your post more consistently and begin to engage, begin to like, begin to comment or share it. Engagement means how people like, share, save, comment on your post. The more people actually engage on your post, the more likely you are to get more followers and grow your page and become bigger on that social platform. And then next, following and subscribing. People begin to follow you because someone can read, someone can comment, someone can like your post without following you. But the moment someone decides to follow you, it means they are really interested in what you are doing and they want to read more of your works, read more of your content, read know more about your products, to view and to read and to connect with you more. Next, you move on to sales. At this point, people's factor for you has increased. You have been able to build your credibility online, and then people begin to make inquiries and buy from you. From audience, they turn to customers. And then finally, the last stage is becoming fans. Your customers become raving fans and advocates after they have bought your product more than once, and then they begin to write about you on their posts, alright, give you reviews, feedback, and then make content about your brand on their own platforms. So the aim of your content should always be: 1, to educate; 2, to entertain your audience; 3, to inspire; 4, to inform them; and then 5, to convert them. I'd like to go through all these points a bit more to give better explanations. So number 1 aim of your content is to educate. So it's good to post content that educates, or that would positively benefit your audience by giving them something that is actionable and achievable. Alright, you want them to read your content, that educative post, and then succeed from it, gain something that will make them succeed in a particular aspect. So examples of educative posts are quick tips to solve a problem, DIY solutions, industry knowledge that you've had from experience, recommending tools that they could use to solve issues, or tactics that you have created or you have redefined. Those are examples of educative content that you can create for your post. Number 2, entertainment. Your content should entertain. You could create entertaining content, fun videos that are just there to help your audience to relax. Examples are memes, comedies, videos, commentaries. You could post a dance video, you could post like all those TikTok videos. Most of them are for fun and entertainment. The third purpose of content is to inspire. You create inspirational content so that you can make a difference in the lives of your customers, inspire them to take action. So example are quotes, where you have motivational quote, Monday motivation. You could post stories about your achievements or how you overcame something. You could post about your journey to inspire someone that wants to give up, and you could give back or support somebody in your audience. Those are inspiring posts. The fourth is information. You want to post an information in your as part of your content so as to keep them up to date with the latest trends in your industry or in your business. Provide your audience information about your brand or industry, things that they might not know. For instance, you could talk about your brand story, how you started, why you do what you do, talk about your employees, introduce your employees. You could post customer feedback and testimonials, industry news or best practices, or an overview of your programs or products or your services. These are all informational content that could post on your page on your social media for online marketing. And then finally, you could post content that will convert. Alright, just know that it's going to be a waste of time at the end of the day if you do not post anything that leads your audience to become customers, that leads them to make a sale, except your social media just for fun, alright, just to enjoy yourself. But if you're taking this course, it's most likely because you want to start making sales or increase your sales or maximize your impact on social media. So it's good to post content that will lead people to buy, and then things like posting your products, posting your services, posting about a course that you have to offer, post about discounts that you're offering, just put things about what you do so that people can know that they should actually buy from you or make inquiries about your services. These are all 5 types of posts that you could have on your page. Now, moving on, there is something I want us to talk about, and this is your brand voice, or the tone of voice of your brand, how you sound on your page. Okay, your brand voice is the personality or emotion or style, the way you speak to your audience when you communicate with them with your content. Okay, it's how you choose to communicate. It can change based on the situation, what you're talking about, but generally it's made up of the things that you say, the things you don't say, the words you use, the choice of words you use, how you respond to your followers' comments, how you respond to their questions, whether you use emojis, how you greet your followers, and how you move your followers to action, how you get them to take action in your post. Okay, so it's how you sound to people when they read your content. When you write, how do people imagine you? Do you sound angry? Do you sound happy? Do you sound cautious or hostile? Do you sound knowledgeable or friendly or playful? Do you sound like a wise person? Do you sound motherly? So it's something you can develop. If you know how you want people to perceive you, perceive your brand, perceive your business, then you use your content to craft the message that will draw that to the mind of people. People begin to see you in that light. So the reason why you need to develop a brand voice, okay, is to build connection with your audience, so as to encourage their engagement with your posts. It will make them feel as if you care about them, because a caring or friendly attitude to your audience can make them interact with you and give you a chance to offer them a solution to their problem. People begin to open up to you because they have built a connection with you. They feel they know you. It's more than just someone they met on social media. You become kind of like a part of their lives. Secondly, you need a brand voice because it will build trust with your audience. It will reflect your values. People read your post and have a sense that this person believes in this kind of thing. That's why you see that people feel comfortable to come to you with their problems for advice, because they trust you. So when you sound humane, a loving person, a caring person, people will see you as someone that is loving and trustworthy. And then finally, it makes you memorable. People will remember you. When they read your post, they have like a picture of you. And then especially if you're able to merge your brand voice with your colors, with your brand colors, it creates a lasting impression in the minds of people about you and your business. So now, how do you develop your brand voice? How do you start having a voice that is memorable to people? People start perceiving you as a particular kind of person, so I can attract them and relate to them in a certain way. Number one, you have to first of all define your own values. Think about your business as a living entity. Okay, think about your business as a brand, and then think about the values you want to be known for by your customers. How do you want your customers to perceive you? For instance, in my own brand, I want people to perceive me as knowledgeable, as caring, friendly, as someone that is strong. I don't want people to feel that I am harsh or callous. I don't think people have that impression about me. I want people to feel like they could relax, they could be in a safe place, a safe space, and talk about their issues and feel like the world is not over. So that's the kind of voice I'm creating for myself, or I have created for my own brand. It's still growing. And then secondly, know your audience. To understand how to approach your audience and then deliver relevant message, you have to know the people you are attracting, the kind of people you want. Okay, but for this you need to do proper research. That's why we go back to the customer avatar. Know the kind of people that need your kind of service, what kind of people need what you have to offer, and then you adapt your content to their persona, to the avatar. You merge your avatar and your content, because you already know the problems, you already know their age, you already know their sex. You kind of have an idea about who you are targeting. When you're talking about always match them, because you already know who you're speaking to. The way you talk to children is not the same way you talk to an adult. The way you talk to a guy, if you run a man business, it's not the same way you talk to a woman if you run a woman business. So that's why knowing your audience, having your customer avatar is very, very important. And then you have to research your audience, discover their age, their gender, their interest, education, job title, and all the information you have access to. A good way to relate more effectively to your audience is to think about what generation you are speaking to. Are you talking to the older generation, people that were born in the 60s, 50s, or 70s? Or are you talking to people that were in the 80s, the 1990s? Or is it the 2000, the millennials? You have to know. Knowing who you are talking to helps you craft your message, helps you know how to sound to them, whether you need to sound woke or you need to sound calm or peace loving. Even though each generation has a lot in common, there are unique experiences. The things they have been able to experience in their lives has a very big impact on the way they will communicate and the way you will communicate with them. Number 4 way to develop your brand voice is to know what your audience is reading, what resources and brands do they follow. So you need to identify their authority figures. Where did they get their information from? Are they people that are always on Instablog, or are they people that read newspapers? Are they people that watch GSTV? Are they a Netflix generation? Are they people that are usually on Netflix? Or are they people that don't even bother about information, news, and all that? If you're targeting people that need to stay abreast with information, that need to know what's happening in the country, alright, that means you need to always also be informed. Sound informed in your brand voice. You need to sound very knowledgeable. Sometimes you key in big grammar for your people, alright, so that you can relate to them and communicate with them in a way that will be in sync for both of you. Number 5, pay attention to how your audience communicates with their peers. Alright, what they like and what they dislike. How do they communicate in threads, in discussion forums? What language do they use when they are creating their own content? Number 6, you need to ask your clients what their perception of your brand is. How do they see your brand? Alright, what made them see your brand in the way that they are seeing it? Why are they seeing your brand in a certain way? So you could ask them questions. You could ask them things like, how would you describe this business in 3 words? What's your perception of my business? How do you see us? People would answer. You'd be shocked that people are actually paying attention. Or if you run like a person business, alright, maybe you're like a teacher and you rely heavily on your skills, you could ask them, what type of person do you think I am? How do you see me? And then finally, you could ask them, what kind of content best represents us? What kind of tweets? What kind of posts? Is it the story posts? Is it pictures? Is it jokes? Is it videos? What kind of content? How do you perceive us? So knowing how people perceive you will help you to know whether you want to continue like that or you want to change it. For instance, if you are going for a more serious professional brand and then people see you as playful and always joking around, you might want to change it after people tell you what they think about you, and then vice versa also. And then of course people might actually be seeing you the way you portray yourself, so you just know that you need to keep it up. And then finally, the last way to develop a brand voice is to define your own core values by yourself, by asking yourself some questions. Number 1, why did I set up this business? What was my reason? What was the driving force? Number 2, what makes my business or my brand unique? What makes me unique? What makes me stand out? What do you think makes you stand out from the other businesses that are like you, that are running? Number 3, what do you stand for? What values do you want to uphold? And the last one, what values do you want to share with your audience? How do you want your audience to perceive you? So this lesson today, I know it's quite lengthy, but it's very, very key. It's very important for you to have a voice, because that voice will drive the content, how you're able to use your content to communicate to your audience. I'll upload the assignments, of course, in the group, and I would love you to submit it so that we can discuss it later in the evening. Did you enjoy this class? Do you have questions? Please have questions. It will be very important for you to have questions, so that I'll be very sure you understand it very well. This is the end of this lesson, and I will see you in the next module. See ya and bye.